It's my life. Whatever I wanna talk. It's my life. Wherever.
Welcome back to the Vetti Squad channel, people. We are all happy here because CSK has won the match against MI with a 103 run margin victory. We are all happy. We are all sandosham. So here, Cyrus வரல அவனை கிக் அவுட் பண்ணிட்டு நம்ம 3 பேர் சிஎஸ்கே ஃபேன் மட்டும் இன்னைக்கு பேசலாம்னு வந்துக்கிறோம். Pods, first we will
We
invite the
don't want
guest.
toxicity today.
We'll introduce the guest.
CSK won. So we have Martin again back on the show. Hello, Macha.
Yeah.
How are you? Give us your initial thoughts.
Super Irundha. I'm glad that the toxicity is not there in this call because Cyrus is not there. So
Yes.
just yellow manjans.
Yes, only yellow manja.
See, MI is a very promising team. Okay, but it clearly looks like they have a lot to figure out. This is not a team you're supposed to take lightly. This is not a team that behaves this way or manages things this way. I definitely feel like we shouldn't take pride in this win because they are a team that is struggling to get into form, and we are a team that has gotten into form the past few matches. But a win is a win. We will take it. That is how I see it. But there's definitely so much of talent out in the field today. But when you give it all to chance, I think Sanju proved once again who he is. When Ruturaj was batting, when those boundaries went, it was a slight remembrance of who he is as well. And nobody can deny it.
Yes.
And keeping the batters aside, what was Akil Hussain and Noor Ahmed, dude? What a deadly spin combo. Unbelievable. It almost felt illegal to have both of those guys switch between each other. And more than that, they were entertaining to watch from the front of the fans. It was like a breath of fresh air to watch CSK play like this.
Yeah, so similar to whatever Martin said, it was really nice to watch them play this way. Right from the first ball, if you did see, their fielding was on point. They were very, very brisk on the field. Like they were on to every ball that went. They were hitting on all that. So I felt their confidence is boosted up right now. That momentum has to continue further. But then, so what CSK has to take from this is we are not defeating a larger team right now. Yeah, by legacy it is large, but then they're not in a great sound.
On paper, they are the biggest team.
They are the biggest team, but then performance, we cannot take pride in that. I agree with what Martin said.
2025, we look like the strongest team, no?
No.
On paper.
2025 also, MI till even this year, they look the strongest on paper.
MI was the strong from last 5 years, but then they couldn't make it.
They somewhere are always dependent.
Just the switch off the captaincy and all that, no, that had an impact.
Okay, just
Yeah,
wanted to
mostly for an aggressive game, aggressive captaincy doesn't work.
You are talking about the man of the match, or a Pandya?
No, aggressive. Actually, no. If you did see, captains who were aggressive in the past have not won much of tournaments.
T20 especially.
In fact, championships not won by a lot.
So Virat Kohli is talking about you, Ani.
No, I'm talking about Hardik Pandya.
No, Padi is talking about Virat Kohli. Captains in the past who have been aggressive. I know Pods, I know who. Okay, no problem. Anyway, so I just one or two things which I wanted to point out. You think CSK missed a trick with not bringing Urul Patel? I think he should have been a straight walk-in, a straight swap for Ayush Matre. But them again going and trying back Karthik Sharma. Yes, against Mijay Chana hit 2 sixes, but then again slow down the game. No reliability there. What are your thoughts on
like
that?
See, they bought in Karthik Sharma. I don't find anything bad in that. But entry point of Karthik Sharma, I felt a little off because Karthik Sharma should come a little later in the innings, like after your after your brevis is where Karthik Sharma comes. Yeah, he's a designated finisher kind of a batsman. He's played for Rajasthan, yeah. Rajasthan team he's played for. He's kind of a six hitter and all that. So he has to come a little late, is what I felt, or push him in the third position of third or fourth
Another
somewhere.
batsman illa illathalla. Or like he came in after Bravisani and he had to come in as a spot because then Jamie Houghton could come in the last 2 overs or something.
Yeah, but now bringing in Urvil Patel also, no, it would have definitely gotten another 30-40 runs extra in Vichuko. But Karthik Sharma yet to prove something big, So also they might have that amount, the price that they paid for him, that is also in their mind. So they might experiment either Prashant or Karthik Sharma somewhere here and there in few games. That I feel.
Okay, so I'm thinking of this match
So
going. Yeah, you tell. Yeah.
yeah, so I think CSK is playing the long game
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like when teams are making up and figuring out their chemistry, other teams are observing as well. Other teams are noting down the statistics, noting down how teams are building themselves up, making the playing 11 strong. So I feel like CSK is building up on the long run to make sure with the uncertainty factor, with the factor where they are unpredictable. Sorry, that's the word, because if they bring Urvi Patel in, I'm sure that he will be contributing a lot more to the score, a lot more to the morale of the team and everything. But that kind of energy is needed towards the second half or towards the end of the playoffs.
Mm,
So I feel they are saving that momentum, that kind of energy, that kind of momentum of the team for the later part of the season. I feel like the
definitely.
team has found a chemistry with the playing 11 right now, and
Mm,
that, of course, for the money that they paid for Karthik Sharma, they're trying to use him as much as possible. Of course, there is potential talent there,
mm-hmm.
but with Urbi Patel, I feel like they're holding out to bring him in later. I think if you guys can remember in 2024, when Wiljax came into a picture for RCB, he belted a straight 50 in just 13
Mm,
balls.
mm-hmm.
That was impactful. People did not see that coming. I
Mm.
feel Urvi Patel will be a person who CSK brings in like that,
Okay,
potentially.
and makes sense. That also is a scenario that can be played out. But why they should have brought today was a crucial game. Whoever loses today is virtually out of the tournament. So
Really?
yeah, virtually out of the tournament. Now KKR and MI should win all their games in order to stay in the competition. Like
Yeah,
even if they get
Numerically,
see,
one,
at
they
this
have
point,
chances.
at this point, every team has still has chances.
Yeah.
I mean, we
no.
cannot rule out any team.
Everybody doesn't have. KKR for sure they don't have. They have only 3 points. Mumbai has the least chance because they have to win every match from here on. They have done it before, but I don't know with the current chemistry which they can do. So CSK has the blanket of still losing one more game. After that, it's again going to be
I
we're going
think
to
they
be in the
can
same
lose
position.
an. I think they can lose another 2-3 games.
No, for the way the other teams are playing, Macha, you do not have that much of the sun.
If
So
there,
hence,
if teams like RR and RCB are making blunders, then there is a chance. But you
then
didn't
there's
see
a
these
chance
teams
exactly.
making
Yeah.
a blunder. See,
Oh, let
RCB
us
lost two
actually
matches and they came back.
like discuss about Mumbai's captaincy, Mumbai's the tactics that they work on the field and all that. Do you think Mumbai is doing the best for them not to qualify or for them not to do well?
I think there's a problem with the captaincy. Um Hardik Pandya, although I think the first 3 overs, bowling change is good, but after the third over, immediately Hardik Pandya brought himself back, and that led to a lot of leakage of runs again. That a momentum shift again. CSK got back on track over there. That is one. Not backing himself to put the death overs, which could have been a small difference for the final total. One or two stuff like this, I think. Macha, you have anything to say?
In the Hardik Pandya again, the problem is the personality too, definitely, because if a captain exerts so much onto a team initial part of the game and he finds that it's not working, they don't have any more mental capacity to see the game through. ஒரு ஸ்டார்டிங்ல ஒரு 6-7 overs ஃபுல்லா எக்ஸட் பண்ணிட்டு அது பண்ணு இது பண்ணு அவனை கத்திக்கினு இவனை கத்திக்கினு everything he's doing everything around the entire yard circle. And
Mm-hmm.
after the 6-7 overs, I felt like the batting lineup just gave up.
Mm.
After Surya Kumar Yadav and Tilak Verma's partnership broke, they just gave up. They're like, bro, this is going to hell. They didn't even
Yeah.
care. So, I mean, that sort of driving mentality throughout the course of the game is something that a captain should always have. That Hardik Pandya is really lacking on.
I feel
Big-
it's high time that Sky takes up the captaincy, because Hardik.
It is high time someone else new takes up the captaincy. Other than Hardik Pandya, Sky, Rohit also is done. Rohit also is done. Another after next year, you don't know whether they'll retain him after that.
No, actually, you see, Sky is your current T20 captain. This year, he should have captained your team now.
For
How
sure.
can
That I
you?
agree. That I agree. Yeah.
So, at least to save Mumbai from the wooden spoon, they'll have to actually do some changes. They have to take a bold
Wooden
call.
spoon நம்ம ஆள் கேகேஆர் சேரை போட்டு உக்காந்துக்கிறான் கீழே சார் இன்னைக்கு இந்த வருஷம் எனக்கு
You
தான்
never
சார்
know. KKR, Matisha Patirana is back. You never know, Fajay, how they'll upset teams. They can
that guy,
upset
that
any.
Matisha Patirana, has my heart, bro.
மேட்ச் இஸ் a pat biryani வருவார்
I don't know. Like they should try doing some changes, because Mumbai again going down in table, bottom of the table again, is two times, I think, two or third time, I think. This is the third time if they drop down.
No,
So it's not a
Ashwin told us in the channel, if MI doesn't qualify this year, I think Ambani should sell the team. Like literally, because you can't have such a good team on paper, such a well-rounded side, backup for backup. You have people stacked up and still not being able to at least get to the third or fourth position of qualifying.
it's
It's
a
a crime.
problem. It's a problem of ego, yeah. A star flooded team. You
Mhm.
can't expect them to play as a pack, yeah. That's the
Mhm.
problem. IPL, you need to play as a pack. You can't do individual performances. You can't do that.
Mhm.
KKRல Narin Mato, Pavo, I mean, like, that guy is giving it his all, bro. I think
Yeah,
he's
but
never
that
left the
doesn't
KKR
no
camp, you know.
KKR. You had I remember days where KKR defeated CSK on a final. I think
Mm.
the first time when they
Yeah, yeah.
defeated CSK on a final, there was Sunil Narayan. They had Piyush Chawla. They had Rajat Bhatia. They had
Arjun
Brett
and
Lee.
all.
So
Mm.
they had a pack. Brett Lee is a lone itself, is a biggest player in Australia. You keep, but they didn't
Mm.
work solo. They worked together.
Work
A
as a pack.
unit, yeah. So that is what they're lacking, yeah. And Mumbai star players, I think half of the Indian team is in Mumbai. That
Yes.
that definitely is kind of an ego clash there. I feel Hardik is not actually marshalling his men there properly. That's one.
Mm.
Understanding a lot of things.
If you have to change captaincy, who would you give it to points?
I will
Who do you
go
want?
straight away to Sky. I will straight away go tell Sky to take over captaincy. I would
What
not.
about you? Sorry to cut your points. Sorry to cut you.
Yeah,
Just ask.
no, no.
I feel like for the T20 Champions League, the team in itself found chemistry, so Sky didn't have a lot of work to do.
Exactly. That my same point. Sky didn't have a lot to do.
Sky didn't have a lot to do. அவன் வந்து
Yeah.
அவ்வளவா அடிக்க கூட இல்லை சாம்பியன்ஸ் லீக்ல.
இல்ல அடிக்கல கரெக்ட். பட் தென் இஸ் யூசேஜ் ஆஃப் bowlers எங்க யார
Correct.
டிப்ளாய்
It is all
பண்ணலாம் வந்து.
where you have to use what bowler is all. You have an analytics team. You
So
have
analytic
strategic
team,
legs.
analytic team doesn't come and work on the field இல்ல. Who comes and does all
You
that?
have strategic timeouts to tell, okay, you can bowl this time, this one
So
here.
why is there a captain?
For
We
me,
need a person who to do all that, no, on the field.
you don't need, see, you need a captain to change bowlers, yes, on field, but you need a captain who can set fields correctly, who can set plans. How do you get a bowler out? You need to set
Correct.
plans.
So I if you think that way, what you're trying
I'd
to say
ask you.
is
I'd ask you a question. You remember? Tell me one thing that Sky did in this T20 World Cup that is like, oh, this move he did. He moved this player here. He moved this fielder here. They got him. They got him out like this. Can you tell one move like if you like for Dhoni? If you tell, you can tell at least 3-4 things. Fat you can tell no out of your
yeah,
way
but correct,
like that.
yeah,
You
but
can tell
then
it.
now it is
அதுக்கெல்லாம் அந்த
game.
ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் இருக்கணும். एक था विकेट का पीछे.
We did. Yeah.
No, but I don't know. Analytics now, right now, statistic analytics are all working out right now for each team.
Mhm.
But captain's role is also important, I feel, yeah, somewhere.
I mean, see, at this point, a buffer captain should probably be Sky because I don't know. Yeah.
I'll give the captaincy to Bumrah. I think he's a really he'll be an able captain instead of giving instead of going back to Sky or going back to Rohit. I'll try and give it to Bumrah and see what he can do with the
எனக்கு
captaincy.
எப்படி ஆயிடுச்சுனாக்கா
Give me a new angle.
பும்ரா பேட்டிங் பண்றது பார்த்துட்டு யாரோ போய் தம்பி நீ bowling போட்டு இருந்தாலும் போதும் கொஞ்சம் பேட்டிங் பிராக்டிஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம CSK பசங்க போடுறாங்க. Based on this very 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 bad weakness CSK is having right now is the dependency on Sanju Samson century.
Exactly, that's a huge point. நீ சஞ்சு சாம்சன் இன்னைக்கோட ஈக்குவேஷன் எடுத்து பாரு, you would have been just 120 runs or something. That's all maximum.
That is
இல்ல
true.
இல்ல அவரு இல்லனாக்கா ஒரு 160 170 போயிருப்பாங்க அவ்வளவுதான் மேக்ஸ்.
அது கூட டவுட் மச்சா. See, you take out சஞ்சு சாம்சன் 104 or something.
See, சஞ்சு சாம்சன் இல்லனாக்கா சிவம் டுபே வந்துட்டு இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் நின்னு ஆடி இருப்பான். இன்னும் 20
thank you சிவம் டுபே தயவு செஞ்சு ப்ளீஸ்
உட்கார வச்சிடலாம்.
அவர் ஸ்கேம் பண்ணது போதும், அவர் விளையாடுறது போதும். நம்பர் 3ல நம்பர் 4ல நம்பர் 6ல கூட ட்ரை பண்ணியாச்சு. தயவு செஞ்சு
ஒரு சாமி 2 சாமி 3 சாமி 4 சாமி 5 சாமி 6 சாமி 6 சாமிடா.
அந்த மனுஷனா இன்ஜுரி குத்து இப்போ இந்தியன் டீமுக்கு போ, டெஸ்ட் விளையாடுறாங்க, நீ அங்க போய் விளையாட சொல்லி
நீ பாரு
இன்ஜுரி கொடுக்குறீங்களே.
வேண்டாம் பாஸ். இப்பதான் டீம் நல்லா
அடிக்கிறான் பாரு. நீ
எனக்கு தேவையில்லை. அந்த அந்த பொசிஷன்ல மேட்ச் ஷாட் கூட ஆடலாம், இங்க பிரச்சனை இல்ல.
மேட்ச் ஷாட் உனக்கு பவர் ஹிட்டர் இல்லையா? என்னையா பேசுற?
No, it's not about power hitter.
ஓகே மேட்ச் ஷாட் கூட வேண்டாம். ஊரல் பட்டேல தயவு செஞ்சு ஆடவும் பொசிஷன்ல.
bowlers have figured out Shivam Dube.
Exactly. They've figured him out.
He's been figured out properly.
He's not trying to move around and do something so that the bowler can come from another angle also.
Shivam Dube move around.
Yeah, exactly. He's not trying to create any angle. ஒண்ணுமே இல்ல. அவன் கிராஸா அடிக்கிறான், இவன் கிராஸா bowling போடுறான், ஸ்ட்ரைட்டா விக்கெட்
அவன் கார்டு எடுக்கறானோ இல்லையோ தெரியல. கார்டு எடுத்து காலை உள்ள விட்டுறானோ நம்ம பிச்சுக்குள்ள.
தடேஜா ட்ரேட்ல கொடுக்கும்போது சார் தயவு செஞ்சு டூபே கூட ஃப்ரீயா எடுத்துங்க சார், நமக்கு தேவையில்லை
பதிலா சிவம் டூபே எடுத்துக்கலாம். ஐ டோன்ட் நோ.
இல்ல சாம் கரன் கொடுத்துட்டு சிவம் டூபே ஃப்ரீயா கூட கொடுத்துக்கலாம், அதுல எனக்கு பிரச்சனை இல்ல. அதுல அவ்வளவுதான். ஓகே, வித் தட் we still wish all the best to Mumbai Indians. You'll not go to the wooden spoon, but hopefully stay down. They push the other teams down, we will go top. பங்காளிய ஹெல்ப் பண்ண கடைசியா பாரு யாரும் இல்லாம மும்பை இந்தியன்ஸ் வந்து தான் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணி நம்ம மேல போய்க்கிறோம். பங்காளி கோல்ஸ் ஃபார் லைஃப்.
இல்ல, I want to see 2026 IPL final should be CSK and MI.
வேண்டாம் சார், விட்டுருங்க சார். ஒரு எல் கிளாசிக்கோவே முடியல.
நான் பார்க்கணும்டா.
Today was not an El Clasico.
ரோஹித் சர்மாவும் தோனியும் இப்படி நின்னு ஒரு ஃப்ரேம் பாருங்க ஜி
பிரேம் பாரு.
I'll tell you some prediction, like early prediction.
இல்ல பேசுங்க வேண்டாம். Thank you.
ரோஷ்வா கேளுங்க. ஷோ வந்து PG-13 இல்ல அதுக்கு மேல இவன் என்ன சொல்லிட போறீங்க? இது just boy down.
சொல் பாரு.
இல்லையா, எனக்கு என்ன தோணுது தெரியுமா, இந்த வாட்டி this what is that, Punjab is going to do some blunder in last 2-3 games, I feel. சரியா, கேளு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கேளு.
அப்புறம் சொல்லு.
RCB will make it to top 1 or top 3 வெச்சுக்கோ.
சரி,
top 3. CSK will again make it top 2 or top 3 வெச்சுக்கோ. RR பஞ்சாப் அடிச்சுவாங்க வெச்சுக்கோ. சரியா, RR பஞ்சாப் இல்ல ஆக்சுவலா RRஓ RCB அடிச்சுக்கறாங்க வெச்சுக்கோ. பஞ்சாபோ CSK அடிச்சுக்கறாங்க வெச்சுக்கோ. ரெண்டு பேரும் அடிச்சுக்கிறதுல வந்து CSK RCB தான் ஃபைனல் வரும்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
And with that we close this video. Please do like, share and subscribe. Do follow us on our Vetti Squad channel. We'll be back with some previews and reviews tomorrow. Naale RCB match idhu. We will bring some kutti kunjans on the show and have them talk for some review of RCB
winning the IPL.
And with that we will be signing off. Bye bye, take care.